Hey guys, D Smooth here, and I have completely changed my stance on a popular death battle. I've completely changed my stance on this. I just saw, I just tried to watch the Doctor Who season one trailer again, not the new season one with the gay doctor and all that. And after all this, I've realized the doctor is just a complete and utter fraud after watching that trailer. People talk about, oh, the doctor's lost his masculinity, turned to a woman, then turned to a gay dude. This is how the doctor's always been. Those doctors are doing the exact same thing that the doctor has always been doing throughout his entire franchise. The doctor runs his mouth, acts all big and bad, and then he runs away and tries to fight you from a distance. That is all the doctor has ever been. That's all the doctor has ever done, is just run away and try to fight you from a distance. I don't care about the war doctor. You know what the war doctor did? The same thing. Run away and try to fight you from a distance. He's gonna run away and try to outsmart you from a very far away place. That's all the doctor has ever done throughout his entire franchise. New Who especially. Old Who wasn't so bad because in Old Who he wasn't running his mouth so much. Where I'm from, when you claim to be all that, you have to prove it. The doctor don't do nothing. He runs away and tries to fight from a distance after running his mouth so much. The doctor is an utter fraud. The doctor is a fraud of a character. I can't believe I ever thought that this guy could beat Rick Sanchez ever. Rick Sanchez is just as smart as the doctor. He's capable of all the same things that the doctor could do. Everything the doctor could do, Rick Sanchez can do the same thing. He's literally proven it. Time travel, Rick can do that. Travel through space, Rick can do that. Outsmart entire alien civilizations, Rick can do that. Fight evil versions of himself, Rick can do that. Fight an artificial intelligence that can conquer planets, Rick can do that. Rick can do all the same things, but he's 10 times more savage. He's a million times more savage than the Doctor. The Doctor just runs away and tries to fight you from distance all the time. Rick is way more savage, and I recognize Rick has had his down bad moments. He's lost some fights. He's had his moments where he gave up, but you know what? Those are few and far in between. Rick was still throwing them hands far more than the Doctor ever has. I don't care about the War Doctor. The War Doctor didn't do nothing. He just ran away and tried to fight from a distance again. That's all the Doctor has ever done throughout his entire franchise. So the third Doctor knew karate, man. Wasn't really all that impressive. Whenever the Doctor actually does decide to not run away and fight hands on, it's really not impressive. It's really not. Oh, the 12th Doctor stopped Robert Hood with a spoon. Really not all that impressive. Really not all that impressive. Especially considering how he runs his mouth so much. The Doctor's another fraud of a character. I can't believe that I ever thought this guy could beat Rick Sanchez. Rick would destroy him. Rick would eviscerate this guy. The Doctor's a fraud. He just runs away, tries to outsmart you. You just think, I wouldn't mind it so much if he wasn't running his mouth. He wasn't running his mouth. Rick is so much more savage. Rick is so much more battle hungry. We've seen Rick get injured. Just keep trucking, just keep on fighting. Rick would destroy the Doctor. Rick would destroy the Doctor. And the show tries to make the Doctor, oh, don't make the Doctor angry. Da, 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 da. You know what the Doctor does when he's angry? He runs away and tries to fight you from a distance again. The same thing. The Doctor's a punk ass bitch. The Doctor's a punk ass bitch who runs his mouth and then runs away. You know that kid in school who pushes people and then runs away from the hills? That's the Doctor. That's all he ever does. In Old Who, it wasn't that bad because he never built himself up as a fighter. He was just an adventurer. When you look at the Doctor from an adventure perspective, then this is fine. Okay, you're not a fighter. You're more of an Indiana Jones. I'm gonna run away and kill. Oh, have to fight if I have to, but only if I have to. In New Who, he's running his mouth so much, especially 11. 11 had a major ego. Like everything you thought 10 was, 11 is that times 1,000. 11 is so egotistical. The Doctor is a fraud. All he ever does is run away, tries to fight from a distance. You know what happened? And I know that because the Doctor has been faced with human beings before who just punched him and knocked him out. Just like that. Rick ain't going out like that. Rick ain't going out like that. Rick is going out swinging. The doctor gets beat by regular humans on a day-to-day basis. People talk about Rick Sanchez. Ooh, Rick's nothing without his gadgets. You know what? Even without his gadgets, he's still swinging on you. He's still swinging on you. Rick is so much more of a real one than the doctors. The doctor's always been a fraud, bro. The biggest fraud in all of time and space. Can't believe I ever thought this. I don't care how experienced the doctor is. He's still not savage. Know who else has defeated beings with thousands of years experience? Rick Sanchez has. Oh, but Rick is a coward. What about the central finite curve and he closed himself off from the multiverse? No, that wasn't Rick. That was a council of Ricks. Rick C-137 did not do that. That was the council of the Ricks. That was not C-137 himself. That was the council of Ricks. Rick ain't no bitch. He's had his down bad moments. He's had his down moments before, but you know what? He still kept on trucking. He still kept on trucking. The doctor is fraud. All he does is just run his mouth and run away. All of his feats, all of it. You know, he's somewhat durable. Like he's taken radiation before. He's taken lightning strikes before. The dog, Rick's kind of done the same thing while being 10 times more savage. A million times more savage. The doctor cannot handle Rick. He's too much of a real one. The doctor will hunt him down. The Rick will hunt him down. Rick will find him. And his combat skills aren't going to be enough. We've seen Rick Sanchez create a sword that can best master swordsman before. So that whole Robin Hood feat, yeah, Rick can do the same thing. Rick is everything the doctor is, but a million times more savage. A million times more of a real one. I don't care about Rick's down bad moments. The doctor's had way worse down bad moments. At least Rick put up a fight. This bitch ass doctor, man. The doctor's a fraud. I have completely changed my stance. I do not see the doctor the way that I used to. He is. I just cannot believe I ever thought that the doctor's cowardly self could go against the beast that is Rick Sanchez. Rick can do everything the doctor can do. So much more savage. Oh, doctor just runs away all the time. And people looking at the new doctor, oh, this new doctor is too serious. What are you talking about? The doctor has lost his masculinity. When did he ever have it? At least in New York. The doctor has always been running away like a little coward. The doctor has always tried to outsmart you from a distance. All he's ever done. His few combat feats really aren't that impressive. He's not fighting multiple opponents at once. Pickle Rick fought multiple opponents at once. Rick, the doctor can't do that. When has he ever gone like all out Shang-Chi, all out Batman? Like, I'll just fight everybody at once. Rick, the doctor never does that. He might 1v1 somebody on a blue moon on Friday the 13th. Maybe when the birds are just chirping right and there's no background. Maybe he might, if once in a blue moon, fight somebody one day else. It's hard to respect a guy who's just running away. I can respect being smart, but you can't be pulling out in front of your mouth so much, man. Doctor's a problem. Like when you look at characters like Iron Man, even Jimmy Neutron, those type of characters, they own what they are. They know that they're about to get, and they just embrace that side of it. They don't try to hide and act all tough, walk around exposed with no gadgets, still acting tough. No, they're not stupid. They embrace what they are, and they admit to it. And when the chips are down, they'll get down and dirty if they absolutely have to. The doctor's not like that. The doctor is an utter fraud who just runs away all the time. If you're going to be a gadget guy, be a gadget guy. Don't be a little fake bitch and try to half-ass it. The doctor is just a fraud. I cannot believe I ever thought this thing could beat Rick Sanchez. Rick dominates. Rick is so much more of a real one. And yeah, I'll admit the Doctor has some advantages with regeneration and Cowardice and stuff, but it's really nothing that Rick can't handle. It's really nothing that Rick can't handle. The Doctor loses this fight. He's not savage enough to handle Rick Sanchez. He's not savage. Like, subscribe. See you guys later.